Good evening. Well, that's a fun start.
Well,
Good evening, everyone, or at least that is evening where we are, and at the time that we are running the game.
the sound,
Just double checking audio.
everything is back.
Don't drop die game. Maar die game, nie die
Ja.
OBS. Want ek klip.
Levels, dropping. Testing 1, 2. How's the audio?
Much better. Maar
Okay.
van waar kom maar toe?
16 or 50.
Maak hom 45. It's a very sensitive mic. Holy shit.
It's done.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Uh, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Maar die stond net weer op 50. As jy hard gaan, dan gaan hy klip maar.
I'll try to keep my voice a bit more neutral. No promises. So, sorry about the delay. We got a new mic that is dedicated to the live stream, which also means that it will be used for Curse of Strahd. So hopefully everyone can hear everyone, all the viewers can hear everyone at the table now. We hope that goes strong. We did have a few people mention that to us in passing, that the audio isn't particularly great on the live stream, specifically that I'm not being heard, but hopefully this sorts out that problem. So, yeah, that's the one thing. We were setting that up. That's part of the reason why the stream ended or started a little later than anticipated. And then obviously I should probably change that up now that I'm looking at it. As you can see, we only have Brennan and Samuel with us, Will and Grizz. Unfortunately, Mike is stuck in the hospital. Hi Mike, feel better. I know you're watching, so please feel better and don't do stupid things again in the future. It's not a good idea. But yeah, we hope he feels better soon, as that is obviously not good. And Megan is stuck with studies again today, so she unfortunately had to let us know that she will not be able to make tonight. So hopefully we've got her back again next week. But as Queen so eloquently stated, the show must go on. So we'll be playing with just the two of you tonight.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's necessarily a good or a bad thing for the two of you.
Well, our moral compass is absent for 2 sessions now, so.
Wait, you guys have a moral compass?
We do?
I probably the most goodest thing here.
Is our moral compass like the one that Jack Sparrow has? We just point us into the things we want.
Yeah, probably. What do I want? A brothel.
Yes. Okay, so and then the last announcement, for lack of a better term, for this evening, as usual, Raymond's Breweries, based in Silverton. They do have some fantastic beers as well as a couple of good whiskies. They are the distillers of what we know as Dragonfire whiskey. So if you're interested in something like that, or just want to try some of their very good beers, which I cannot seem to open, shout out. Then go give them a try. The link will be in the YouTube description, and I'll post that momentarily in both the chat for YouTube and Twitch. So go have a look at their website. If you can, stop by at the brewery itself. You can get their beers elsewhere, but you'll get it a lot cheaper at the brewery itself. So go visit them, go say hi, go tell them we sent you. They do like us quite a bit, so hopefully if we can send enough people their way, they will like us enough to actually start giving us beer, because that's kind of what we're hoping for. But they make good beer, so I'll buy it anyways. Tonight's variation is one of my all-time favorites from them, the Goblin's Bitter. And I've decided I will be drinking it out of my favorite drinking vessel. No comments about it.
Okay. So much. Well, just about.
What comments can you make of it that is negative? It is all positive.
So you are on Twitch, but apparently everyone's looking at my horn right now.
There's the negative. No, don't be so sexual.
So, skull, everyone. Skull. Let us jump right in, seeing as we are 35 minutes later than anticipated.
Just a tad bit.
I'll just give the background noise a moment to settle down. Some other people will run to the pharmacy because people get sick, unfortunately.
It's a cruel world, I say.
Pandora should have never opened that box.
Damn it.
Woman, eh?
Rush.
So, last we left off 2 weeks ago. The Solemn had just returned to Rivergate aboard the Vengeance, captained by Thane, an old party member. Arrived back to their guild, met up with some of the workers there, saw some of the new recruits. Was not necessarily too excited about the modifications that was made to the Vengeance, but understood the necessity thereof.
Wins money.
Will and Isla had a very interesting underwater encounter with a large tentacled creature containing 3 eyes.
It's always tentacles.
No, not 9 tickles or 11 tickles, 10 tickles. Bad puns, I know. Still funny. And from there you try to establish the necessary paperwork and connections to start both a brewery as well as a brothel.
Yes.
And the closing of the deal of the brothel is where we left off last week. We will not go into detail. We'll leave that to your imagination. So the deal has been sealed. What is it that you would like to do?
How long has it been since
Since the starting of the deal, you are still organic. Well, so it's been less than an hour.
Okay, and time of day?
That's about, it's late afternoon currently.
I'm not going to attempt going back to the city council just yet.
I would not hope as organic well.
Well now.
Well now. What is this feeling I feel? It's great.
So I will get rest.
It's probably a good starting point.
Yes. Shall we? And I will turn back to the lady.
Dimitri.
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 Dominatrix. And
I can't remember. It's been 2 weeks. I know. Yeah, a lot has happened.
And I will. I'll just say, shall we scout possible locations in the new morrow?
Why not?
Sounds perfect to me. And I shall
Escort the
finish
lady.
dressing and leave the room. I did go to the tailor, right? Or the outfit maker. The tailor, right?
Hmm.
Did I go to the tailor last session?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah. I think we stopped there first.
Mm.
Okay, so that
You gave him the plans and he said it will take a while.
yes. Well, I do want to go back to the city council, but it is
Because now he wants
almost night, so I wouldn't even tempt it. I shall go back to the guild.
prison toe.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, obviously we'll grab our other party members also, seeing as they can't make decisions for themselves.
Damn it. They're flabbergasted.
See what you guys are doing to us.
Well, you know,
Oregons should ideally not be watching, and she should be working.
yes, indeed.
Indeed.
And with Timogen having his first interesting encounter, I need to drag him away from her, I assume.
Oh, you can leave him.
True. Do you want to stay, Timogen?
I believe so, yes. I'm enjoying this.
Okay, I guess I should. Well, I paid for a night, so have
I'll see you in
fun.
the morning.
Have fun.
I am.
All right. Chris, are we going back to the guild?
Sure. Shouldn't we go see the, man on the mountain? The wizard.
That is a very, very good thing to think about. But
waiting for that.
but I fear it may be night when we have to travel. Oh wait, we have the teleporter. Hundreds. Let's go to the
Another portal in the basement of...
Let's go back to the guild.
We have the backdoor entrance.
Yes.
Context is everything.
We have the backdoor entrance to an old man's office.
I'm making this better for you.
Who said I should make it better? You just said add
Guy with
context.
the horn.
That's not...
You just said add context. I added context.
Sorry, that's not why we're here.
Yeah, so for that one, that is only that. If you find me on there, let me know, because I'm not supposed to be on there.
Only grands.
Why?
We're professionals. Some of us are doing this for a living. Not really, but some of us are getting paid to do this. Not this particular D&D, but
I was about to say. I'm also doing this. Where's my share?
no, we're not getting paid for this yet.
Yes.
We're working.
Hopefully soon. Get back to the guild.
Okay.
I hope.
Off to the guild we go.
It's from what we do.
From work, yeah, that felt like a discussion at the freaking Campamento.
Soon. All right. No. But they're not allowed to. Okay. Fine.
Visuals is important.
But dis ek nou die eye candy vandag.
Yeah, well, Megan's not here, so someone has to do it.
Yeah, I guess. All right.
Between the three of us, you have the most boobs.
Right.
Move.
Right. Here you go.
Okay, so you reach the
Mm.
Nee. Mood afval. Enjoy.
There must just be a gentle breeze from the wind as it flows through your hair.
Right.
We'll install a fan behind Samuel to blow Will's hair, Renan's hair next time.
You get Chad.
Right. And we'll go into the basement where the portal is.
So go into the basement to get to the back door.
Yes.
Secret entrance.
Yep.
So you slip through the portal and enter into Inagron's
Tower.
tower.
On top of
That's what I was looking for.
I shall look around to
The
see if I
man on
can
the silver
see him
mountain.
first.
He does not appear to be there at this particular point in time.
Okay. Inagron.
You hear some shuffling upstairs from where his study, where you know his study to be.
Okay.
A moment later, down the stairs. Oh, hello. Have you returned?
Yes, and thank
We
God
have.
we have.
You guys have been you've been away for some time, haven't you?
Yes. The accurate description is hard to come by when you were without the sun for quite some time.
Sure. What did you find?
The Underdog.
Oh, that is interesting.
And just Chris is like,
I wonder what their purpose might be to have an exit here in Adomawyr.
Well, there were a lot of things that were strange.
Well, it's the Underdark. What did you expect?
Strange, seemingly even for Underdark standards. Portals that took us to realms that I do not recognize, know, or any of the above. We fought the Beholder in this other realm.
don't forget,
Fascinating.
don't forget the Mind Flayer.
Yes, but that was in the Underdark. Faced a Mind Flayer. But it was only after we left the Underdark through a portal where we had found floating, flying creatures with seemingly an absence of form. As I mentioned, Beholder being the most concerning of the creatures that we faced. When the portal, a different portal activated, it dropped us off on a nearby island. On one of the nearby islands. There seems to be a very large cult movement going on.
Once again, it's the Underdark.
Yes, also true. Full of conspiracies and the like, and I don't know if that has anything to do with our.
A lot of political advancements.
Yes, yeah, sabotage and espionage and the like, assassinations, which we didn't take part in at all.
Sure, we didn't take part in it.
Yes, we didn't.
Actually, we did. We killed Chris Morland.
In character or out of character?
What? Which one? When you said Chris Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But nothing exactly portraying to see the Necronium and the other creatures, but we did manage to open another page of the book.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yes, scouring magic shops, we found stones with the same inscriptions. Actually, forgot about that.
The guy
One of our newest companions, who isn't here right now, is
Oh, where
one
is
of
he?
she is with Isla, and they're probably doing something. Isla is another of. Yes, we got two new companions,
free.
and they are 3 new companions.
It's a la Shadow Entomogen.
3 new companions. The one is a... What is Timogen?
Tiefling.
I was like
Tiefling and
halfling.
2 drow females.
Yeah, so he's a tiefling, and he only now found a female tiefling, so safe to say he's
Enjoying
not
himself.
very, very willing to come on business just yet. 2 drow
Understandable.
females, yes, 2 drow females, one of which is also inscribed with the symbols present on the book or similar.
Didn't we figure out what language it was?
Yes, though the memory fails me, something to do with a darker or a abyssal or something, if I have it correctly. I do apologize. My most recent memory is not what it should be, as I have been flooded by my past.
Your past?
Yes. What I didn't know and found out recently is that the last 3,000 years of my memories are but a fraction.
$5,000.
The last 5,000 years
Yeah.
Sorry.
of my memory
Yeah,
are...
so the full context, so your last memories were from the Elven Wars, which was 3,500 years before the birth of man, and it's been about 1,500 years since the birth of man. So
Okay,
it's 5,000.
okay,
Just
I
seems
can't
really-
remember if I did say 3,000, but it should be 5.
okay. No, I remembered like 3.5 in my head, but it's okay.
Because it's also
So-
the understanding that what?
Yeah, so the past 5,000 years of my life experience has been but a fraction.
How fucking
Of
old
life
are you,
so far.
bro?
So you're an old bean.
I am, and I only found that out recently. Though there are some things still missing, but my whole timeline has been set before me.
Just you quickly, I can't remember, and this is pre-stream. Did you guys ever share the druid's staff and the prophecy that you deciphered from that with anyone?
We would have.
Can't
I think-
remember now. I do agree that it probably would have. I mean, that is still from Jay's era.
Yes. Yeah, no, it would. We would have, because it would have been the same time we got the book.
Yeah.
Then we would have shared that whole thing with him.
So we can grab those
Chris just looking like old man.
stars.
Real old man.
Should you wish to utilize them?
Well, you do have a docen in you. But now you have the rods. The docen rod.
True, but
So usually there's only one rod and 2 round things, not the other way around.
like, unfortunately, it's not a new language to learn. So, yeah. Right. And I shall present him with the new page of the book.
Okay, so the page of the book.
With the border, I remember. With the ball with the eyeballs and the prophecy riddle.
Which you have since recognized to be the beholder, or a beholder, not the beholder, which you fought.
Not the beholder, but a.
There might be more. Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah, I think there
As everyone reveals himself.
there was this one stream from Baldur's Gate 3 where you fight the beholder and the guy's like, oh, I have this potion, what does it do? And he throws it at the beholder, and all of a sudden, there's 2 beholders, and it's like, oh, fuck.
I need to play Baldur's Gate 3 to get some ideas to how to screw with you guys.
Yeah.
Damn you.
I mean, the 2 beholders is not the scariest thing in freaking Baldur's Gate 3.
Shut up!
Yeah, I'm shutting up.
I'm listening.
I know.
All right.
And taking notes.
No.
I present him with the book.
Okay, so, where did I can I actually add that to the book? Okay. Mike mentions that it sounds like there's a little bit of reverb on the mic. Might be if we're peaking.
Yeah, then in that case, just drop it down to 445 again. Or even slider. How's the slider looking when we're loud?
Be loud! Yeah, it peaks into the red.
Okay, then just adjust that slider.
Be loud! Yeah, that's a little bit better.
Be loud!
Let's get loud.
Quickly check if I added that. Naughty, naughty little hobbits. Thank you, Lord Anvil. That is not what I wanted to read right now. Log in. Sorry. Apparently World Anvil's not being nice to me, and my world is a little bit larger than what I can remember all the time.
It's a world.
Well, it's a universe, not a world, actually.
That's even worse.
One day you'll be the No Man's Sky of D&D. With like a couple quintillion universes.
We'll see.
Take you a bit to make all of those.
Access your dashboard.
That's a lot of things.
And then I added the Druid's Rune Staff, not the book itself. Because there is a riddle in the book. Now I need to remember where my notebook is.
Mr. Rhiannon, did you not write it down?
The entire riddle.
Yes, the entire
A
riddle.
very long riddle.
I know.
I do apologize. Not really, but I do apologize.
I think I was about halfway there, and then Ray said, "I'll put it on Gold Anvil." I said, "Okay." Fuck it.
Yeah, that was like, what, a month and a half ago?
Probably. To get your answer, look at number
No, 2 months ago.
That's all I have.
Second?
No, that's all I have. Like the first sentence.
Okay. Thankfully, I bookmarked it in my notebook. Here's what I'm doing tonight. Creating another magical item on World Anvil so that my players can stop hating me.
We don't hate you.
Aww.
Did we level up?
You just had to level up!
Wait, it was so long.
Like,
Okay, that was...
we're D&D players. Of course we're going to ask you after every session if we leveled up.
550.
You just say command.
Yeah. That went real.
Well, dressing you is probably better than undressing you.
You wouldn't know, but you would.
I'm assuming right now. And I'm assuming that I'm correct. So, the riddle that you're currently not necessarily stuck on, but that is on the second page of the book, third page of the book. To get your answer, look at number 3. But remember, there is never any guarantee. Pull and twist number 5 in order to see. And as always, number 6 wants to be free. Be careful what you wish for. If you peer too deeply into number 4, death will come knocking at your door. You'll make some nice necromance decor. For direction, go to number 2. It will surely show the way to you. But be sure to not record it, to read it askew, or it might give you the flu. They say 7, 8, 9. Oh, how lovely did he dine! A meal that was so divine. Its healing will be mine. Finding number 1 means that you've won. But if you find number 8, pass it to your mate.
Yes. There you go.
That's what I say.
Having arguments with myself again, I see. This is very interesting, especially considering you've fought one of these. You say.
Mm-hmm.
Is everyone? Did everyone get out of that okay?
Barely.
We survived.
Well, that's probably the important bit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Next time, stand away when you throw the fucking rock.
That wasn't my idea, though.
Should I be worried?
No.
Necronium.
Have you figured a way to use it as a weapon?
Yes. He goes just like, yes.
Almost 2 TBKs would suffice in the answer of yes.
The answer is,
I know that. Integron doesn't.
I know.
it's called the
Indeed.
fastball special.
Indeed, I have found a way. It seems, aside from its necrotic damage to organic mortal flesh, it also is quite explosive. Actually, it's exceedingly so for its size.
Small rock make big boom boom.
When exposed to heat or impact.
Nothing to be worried about, I'm sure.
Well, not if you're with us, but if you're
Not if you
against us, I would say yes.
But if you have a very paranoid, panicked cleric that, for some reason, we still don't know what happened to the hole she made.
Our cleric managed to rain down heaven fire from the heavens
In the Underdark.
into the Underdark.
Come again?
A beam of holy fire rained from the heavens to where we were underground,
We went underground.
and everything in between, it seems. We didn't get the time to look at what carnage ensued above, unfortunately.
I do have an inkling. There was, a while back, a beam of light, a fair amount over the horizon that came down from the heavens into the ocean. We were a little bit worried about that, considering the struggles that we land-dwelling folk have been having with the water-dwelling folk as of late. Not sure if you're aware of that, seeing as your preoccupation with being underground.
Well,
We
we
did.
were on the ship and he
Yes.
seemed a bit on edge.
We did pick up on that, and I did manage to come face to face with something.
Wait, what?
We'll get back to that in a moment. So, her having done that means she probably brought that down, opened a hole under the ocean, and flooded most of where you were. And I'm guessing, knowing the drow and how good they are at doing their Underdark things, they probably plugged it fairly soon, but
Would
she
hope so.
probably created a fairly large flooding in wherever you were.
So they're not
I-
the drow anymore, they're the drowners.
The drowned
Wrong universe.
I'm sure she did. And here I was just afraid it was through someone's house.
I think that was the least of the worries.
Hey, thinking it was the fucking ocean.
So,
Impossible.
tell me again about this encounter you've had, please.
one of our new comrades went overboard on our sail back here. I had jumped in selflessly, might I add, to save her.
I still smell something fishy. There was magic in the air.
Oh, do you smell something fishy or something suspicious?
Suspicious. Because the smell was magically produced, but I don't know from where.
Anyway,
Yeah, that is a while back.
no, but she fell overboard. I jumped in to save her because, being a drow who's never seen the ocean, I figured she couldn't swim.
You're such a gentleman.
Yeah. The ocean wasn't the only thing. She hasn't even seen a fucking flower or the sun.
Yes,
Yeah, she's probably not gonna like that last one.
yeah, but in my
Heroic expedition.
yes, in my assumption into the ocean, I came face to face with something quite large. A multi-tentacled, three-eyed
Wait, what?
monstrosity, the size of which I don't think I could easily replicate. And against what everyone seems to think would happen, it swam away.
How much water did you drink?
Roll me an insight check, please.
18.
You have an inkling of what this probably was. Seeing as you fought something similar very early on in your journey in animal.
A creature not too unlike the aboleth, I assume, that we had faced.
Yes, you assume
The only thing I can imagine that is a multi-tentacled, three-eyed monstrosity.
Like the weird statue in the cult?
Yes.
You saw one in the ocean and you didn't tell us?
Well, I told Thane.
Yeah, but Thane is the captain.
Yes.
You should have told everyone so we could
ranks
kill
higher
him.
than you.
It was already gone by the time I was hoisted to the ship.
Well, there's another reason not to go in the ocean.
You have figured that out now. There are
Many. Put it on the list.
there are many creatures as horrid as that one in
So-
the ocean.
Just to refresh your memory somewhat, the sculpture you saw of the aboleth in Dressmorland's house was the second sculpture of a aboleth you saw.
Yes.
The other one was in the Guatao caves.
Mhm.
And this, if it is an aboleth that you saw now with Isla, this would be the second aboleth you see in,
Yes.
since the beginning of the campaign.
How many did I see at the beginning of my creation as well?
Who knows? But he knows.
Because they can also be cosmic beings bound to nothing and no plane of existence.
Roll me another insight check. Or history. Either or. I think both of them are.
Under history, what's it? 17.
None.
Okay.
This is you've heard of these beings before, but you've never personally encountered them
Okay.
until Adomawyr.
Okay. Cool. I've said what I needed to say.
So, do you still have that staff from the druid?
I do. And I dig around and present it.
You can actually present it, believe it or not.
Present it.
Trying to remember, it's this way around.
Do you want the other one?
I have the actual
Yes, I know.
prophecy open in front of me.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Because I went looking for the page and then found that I did the Druid's rune stuff. So knowing that's probably going to come into play, I opened it. So Ron looks somewhat worried at you, holding this staff. You do see as he touches the runes glow faint. Something you've never experienced except for when the dwarven druid held the staff initially. So this is the first time you're seeing it, the runes itself glow since then, which has been several months. And he looks up at you, a little worried, and then down at the staff, and in a slightly lower voice, I'm wondering if the staff isn't potentially speaking of what is currently happening here in Adomawyr.
I wouldn't doubt that. I figured that much when the first ocean creature arrived.
If this is the case, we have a very serious problem.
Yes, but
As I don't think we're equipped to fight the sea.
too much water.
All puns of the Greek king that commanded his armies to go stab the sea to piss off Poseidon aside.
And Poseidon just went in.
Fight the ocean, just like 10 wizards casting fireball day and night into the water to try and...
Did we make a
Dissolve
dent? It's like, remember guys, Isles of Adomawyr is on the map a dot over there. Like, just like picturing.
And also, like,
We're going to need a bigger fireball.
the futile nature of things, they boil the ocean essentially, but it just keeps raining constantly as well.
Yes. What's going on? Science.
The clouds, they weep for the death of their watered brethren.
That's you, that's you.
Uh,
Good question now. No, this is last. Okay. Do you have a
How
goal?
do we approach finding a solution?
That is a very interesting question. Next one?
These tales, these prophecies, do you suppose it is a creature more material and more mortal in nature? Or do you suppose it is celestial? They speak of it as a god, but we know, I assume, I will presume that you would fall on the same train of thought or state of mind that I find myself, in where mortals are quite frankly moronic when it comes to religion.
That depends on the mortal
Yes, no, of course, but
and how you define mortality.
well, the ones that will not see the light of another life, where their flame can be snuffed, and so they throw their false pretenses, hopes, dreams, and other other such trivial chasings into the ideal of a greater being. Now, don't misunderstand me. I know that there are deities, there are gods, and obviously being crafted by one, I would know.
I'm sorry. Repeat that last part.
Being crafted by one, I know that deities exist.
Most of us are born.
Oh, yes, of course. I am not flesh.
He walks up to you, kind of knocks on your chest. It's like, sure you mean to say this isn't just armor?
Yes, you must forgive that I have not shown you my true nature, and quite frankly, I have been hiding it from everyone, but I feel that the journey that we've taken, you would surely keep something important to yourself. As I then proceed to remove my helm and armor plating to reveal my...
So you are aware that Grizz is with you in the room currently.
Yes.
Grizz is like, I knew something was up.
It's
It's like that time when you were knocked out and you like,
my naked face and upper body with a slight breathing sense, like motion that I do to sort of reveal my core, but not to the extent that you can actually see what it is.
It's not opening your chest.
No. It's more just expanding and letting through a little
Not
bit of
exposing,
the
opening.
taking it off, taking it off.
If a cheeky does this and her rib cage opens to show me her lungs, I will fucking die. Oh no. Anyway, just to slightly give off the magical glow from the shard that powers me, but not to the extent that you can actually see what it is.
Sure, what exactly are you? I don't recall ever encountering one of your kind before.
They called us the Warforged.
So you're bred for war.
We are bred for peacekeeping, for settling those affairs that are deemed unsettleable by the mortals of their time.
Sounds like a lot of hooey to me. We're here for peace. If you do not comply, we will kill you.
Yeah. That is peace. The only way peace can thrive is when it is governed.
Peace should not only exist, both should exist.
I understand, but currently they do. And this is the chaos that we find ourselves in. Hence, no peace, because no governing.
Grizz looks at you like, too much for my taste.
As I have mentioned, the past 5,000 years that I can recall are but a fleeting memory, as I seem to now recall an era spanning roughly 15,000 years.
Then you must be one of the oldest beings in the world.
The second ever created by the gods for this plane.
Congratulations, you're
For
all.
this mechanism that we find ourselves on. Your planes are but a platform on a mechanism of such a gigantic proportion that you would not believe a fraction of its size.
How do you contain all of this within you?
Magic, I suppose.
No wonder you try to forget the past. previous 10,000 years.
It wasn't a case of trying to forget, but accidentally removing my own consciousness.
It makes sense why you drink so much now. I'm trying to forget everything.
Yeah, like, for the fact that it doesn't affect him.
At all. That's why it keeps trying.
Well, I mean, he has managed to find a way to get drunk.
Yep.
Just fail, auto fail.
How many of your kind is there?
I do not know specific numbers, for I have not been with my brethren in some time. So I don't know if there were more made in that time or not. Liam, would you call it a platoon that I led, and do I remember that I led a group?
Platoon is very small.
Yeah.
I said division, but that doesn't sound right. It's a fairly large portion. You had, for all intents and purposes, an armada beneath you.
Yeah, well, just say that.
And then each armada ship it alone has a platoon or contingency of soldiers split into platoons.
So do we know how many were in my armada?
I have not yet decided that.
Okay.
So the answer is a lot.
At least 4.
What constable counts as an armada? Asking Google.
When in doubt, ask Auntie Google.
Hey Google. How many soldiers are in an armada?
So,
according to Royal Museums Greenwich, the Spanish Armada was one part of a planned invasion of England by King Philip II of Spain, launched in 1588. The Felicissima Armada, or the most fortunate fleet, was made up of roughly
18,000 soldiers. We can skip this paragraph.
We don't want the big special, we just want the numbers.
An armada is around 150 ships and about 18,000 men. So there you have it. 18,000 warforged. Well, not necessarily only warforged, but
Yes.
under your command.
Well, okay, so I do not know how many total there lie, but
Now you're leading this shit show.
the armada that I had commanded previously consisted of well over 15,000.
A lot of information. I'm just gonna sit over here.
Yes, I do think I was very, very much non-responsive.
No, Chris is still trying to figure out how the planes are. What?
On a mechanism? What does this mean?
Still wrapping our head around that part. Just think how I created all of it.
Goes like, no, too much pain.
I'm curious. What do you think the chances are that you'll be able to get that armada here for what is currently happening?
If I can find a way to City of Glass again, which is where I am from, core establishment in the mechanism, I could try and find a way to bring them over, but what worries me is that this is happening, and yet they are not here already. If this was a catastrophic occurrence, normally they would be here.
What's the chances that they're simply not aware of this?
Or worse,
Very
you're
low.
the last one.
Very low.
Or what you
As-
said?
Seeing as what you remember was... Did you ever tell us that you saw them going to war?
What do you mean?
In your flashback. You didn't tell us about your flashback.
No.
No, okay.
You as Samuel was here when
Yeah.
I shared with him.
Yeah, just...
Grizz, Isla, Shadow, Kobolds, and Imogen isn't aware.
I didn't share any of my
Yeah.
my memories. And this is the first summer
Yeah.
experience.
So if you led someone, means they were fighting something. Couldn't that
Yes.
something have, beaten your friends or followers?
The last memory I had was of my fleet victorious and returning home. And it was in this time where something, and for some reason this recollection still evades me, I was left behind.
I'm only realizing this now,
Outrageous.
which is a little bit sad considering my knowledge and wisdom, but if you commanded an armada, it's probably not a good idea that they come while the sea is attacking us. The ships and the sea isn't currently a good combination.
Yes, though they aren't sailing ships.
I'm not following.
Okay, DM, you have to explain my ships to me now.
They are
Do-
hovercraft.
Do I have it in my head as essentially bigger than Viking boats, smaller than galleys, flying ships?
That are in the sky.
Magically flying ships.
Well, it's airships, but not balloon-based.
Yes.
It's very much magical in nature. Size-wise, they tend to be about a galley's size.
Okay. so
There
they're quite
are smaller frigates, for lack of a better term, which is essentially an air support vehicle, so it would come swooping down and fire magic missiles, pun intended,
Okay.
from on targets on the ground to give aerial support, such as any flying creatures would do. And then obviously the size that the galleys are necessary due to the fact that some of your war machines, so non-warforged, are quite large and need to be
Yes.
transported as such. And then obviously galleys are a good size for a large quantity of warriors. So, very much more stylized, so not traditional ship kind of look as most people would expect. So there's no masts as you would traditionally expect from a
Yes.
ship. Instead, all of them has a ring or several rings, depending on the size, surrounding it that seems to be what propels it forward.
Okay.
That.
Yes. But not ships in the sailing on water sense, more like airships.
As in,
Oh, sure, big balloons.
Magic instead of balloons. And no masts. Just magic.
I would like to study one. Possibly
can
build
get-
one for myself.
If I can get one here, you are welcome to.
Chris is now thinking very intently. They left you,
Yes.
but you were the leader.
Yes. It is that moment that I can't quite recall why. Or
Well,
how.
Two things come to my mind. Either one, traitorism,
Which is not a possibility for the
or
world.
two, you willingly stayed behind.
So, traitor.
No, my guess is whatever you fought, you think probably to stay here. Since they're not here, meaning they're waiting for a command. You stayed behind on purpose so that you can warn them if something happens.
Now just to figure out how to tell them.
That's a you problem.
And I press the button on the side of my head that launches a little satellite.
Keep getting that image of R2-D2 with the satellite popping out.
Anywho, yes. So the ocean poses no threat to them, and as he has stated, as Grizz has stated, perhaps they are waiting for a command, but now it's just a matter of finding out how to get it to them.
Banishment back to your home plane.
You're welcome to try.
I would like to use my wish spell.
You've got that inspiration, not wish.
Shucks.
Wrong one.
Just so close.
So close.
So it seems that we have two tasks in front of us. Figuring out how to get your armada back here. And trying to contact, well, I'll obviously contact, bring our armada, but trying to figure out what this next page of the book is.
The details of this.
Obviously, something to do with multiple eyes.
So the inscription, the writings on the left side of the book, on the right side, it does look like a beholder.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't we have
But-
maybe studied the thing we killed the beholder in the caves? Seeing as somehow.
Something tells me that the beholder that is represented on this page is more intelligent to coerce with.
Diplomacy.
Well, that is my wager on the subject, as the one that we fought didn't really strike me. I looked for the eyes, but none of them seemed to stand out a certain way.
Great. Another one.
Plus, we can't go back, so.
Well, we can always, do it the long way around. Go back down the mines, go back down into the Underdark, find a board.
That's true. DM, we would like to take a 3-week journey. The portal's
Pack your
closed.
bags. Let's go.
The portal's closed.
Damn it.
Well, depending on which portal you're talking about, there were several.
At Grismorland's house, which is the one that we went through that plane. Yes, seems that those are the two tasks that we laid before us. Do you think you could create a portal out of this realm and any realm? It doesn't take us to the fucking water plane.
I'll have to do some research. And obviously it depends on where you're heading. Last time you went to Vattenheim, I already had some idea that you would be heading there and do some studies on that. So I was prepared for that one. And this time around, not so much. So I'll need some time to prepare.
If you need any information, you are welcome to ask me.
You did mention you have some more of that necronium rocks. Is that correct?
I have some, yes.
Um,
I'm at this point slowly getting dressed again.
Context. I would like to study them further. It does seem to enhance magical abilities rather than just.
Which magical abilities, though?
I've had mainly success with more necrotic and damaging spells, but that's why I was hoping you have some more so I can continue my research.
How big or small of a piece?
Well, the more you have, the better study.
Smaller piece is better or bigger piece is better?
Go for the smaller ones.
Smaller is probably better so I don't blow myself up in the process.
Yes, you could still, but
Chris just.
Ow, ow. Vietnam flashback.
do you have somewhere for me to put them down so they're safe? I'm not just going to hand you a handful of explosive,
Here, catch.
damaging rocks.
No, naturally. Well, do you have them on you? You
do.
mentioned some barrels you left at a different party a while back.
I have some on me.
Oh, fantastic. Just put them there on my table. He points to his desk.
Okay, I put down 20 small pieces.
Okay.
Necronium. This should suffice, would you say?
I hope so. Yes.
If you do need more, I can make some more smaller for you. Otherwise,
Without destroying them.
yes, I have found a method, meticulous but worthwhile, that oftentimes nets me about 8, 9, or 10 pieces from a lump of necronium.
Fascinating.
Oftentimes that one out of the 10 that I don't get is the one that chars the face a little bit, but yes.
Do you seem to be fairly resistant to their effects?
No. I'm just overly cautious in not doing too many on a day.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
Do you want me to leave you, or just show you how to make it smaller?
It'd probably be safer if you did that.
Okay.
Maybe one day, if we find that they're more useful for magic and we can utilize them better, then yes, it will definitely help.
Just to be sure then, I will give you some more. I put 10 more pieces of necronium.
So you give them 30.
30 total. Yeah. Indeed. Yes.
This has been a while ago, once again, before stream, because the stream started in the Underdark. Have you actually warned Inagron of the fact that you found people mining necronium?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was very concerned about that.
That's why we went back to those mines in the first place. Like Underdark, yes, but also that's why we went there. The second time around.
So a lot has happened, and I can't find those exact notes right now.
No, definitely did tell him. He said it very concerning, so we went back to those mines when we found the entrance in Underdark.
Okay. So what would you like to do?
She'll leave you.
I ideally move away from Integron because
Yeah.
doing his voice is wrapping up the side of my mouth.
We will leave you be then in the ground
Yes, a lot of information we need to process.
until the next time. Hopefully, it's when you find a portal of some kind, or until we find information as well.
Well, I'll let you know should I need you. Hopefully not.
Oh, you meet me in the ground. Anyway, and she'll head through the portal again to the guild.
I'm just like trying to picture. Trying to figure out how. Do not tell Isla about or Timogen about this. I'm struggling to figure it out, and I've seen the sun.
You've seen the sun.
The Abadusas, how they reacted to just seeing the sun. Now you're telling them.
Well, not quite. Temujin has seen the sun before, but he hasn't really experienced specifically the amount of water the moment you guys reach Adomawyr again, or the amount of plant growth. He grew up in the deserts, so he knows sun much better than you guys do.
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
Phaethon to be more specific. Yeah, so he knows about Phaethon quite well, but he's not necessarily aware of plant growth and how much water is actually on Terraba.
Worse. There's a whole plane of it.
Shh, don't tell Temujin.
He will lose his fucking mind.
Exactly.
Alright, I think I shall retire at my private house for the evening. You're welcome to stay here, obviously.
Chris is going to his room.
I mean, currently, it's the townhouse you guys have is yours. Because no one else that got it with you is still alive.
Yep. Wait, how many rooms does it have so far?
Not for the party.
Well,
Considering Shadow and Isla's probably going to trouble out.
yeah. Well, you are welcome to stay here at the guild, or you can come to my private house. If you so wish.
Lead the way. Just.
I do not have food nor drink at my house, just a fair warning.
Now I'm gonna need my brain power. Drink won't hinder it.
You do have drink on you.
Yes, I'm not going to give it to them for breakfast.
What do you want for breakfast? Dragon fire whiskey.
No suggestions for you, so if you do wish to have breakfast and or a nightcap, I think that's what they call it, you can stay here.
Dude, of course, just walk with you doing. Hit the room. Where's the room?
Right. I'll just gesture to
So, well,
one of my employees to just help the man.
fair enough. So the guy sitting behind counter in the reception area is probably the best to ask. He will direct you to a double room, based on the assumption that Temujin will probably also join you at some point or another. And then
When he said it's fun.
indicate that there is another open room for the 2 drow and the 2 kobolds.
Okay.
He does say he will organize to have some pillows brought up for the 2 kobolds to sleep in the corner.
And just keep a special eye out for mischief for those 2. Especially the red one, as he tends to catch things on fire.
I will bear that in mind. Thank you, sir.
Should we maybe not rather put them outside in the stable, if that's the case?
If you want the one drow female to quite literally rip off your head, you are welcome to try.
Noted, they can stay in the rooms.
Yes. You don't have a room with a fireplace, do you?
I think there is one open, yes.
Might be a good spot to put the little one.
I'll,
Hello? Sure. Somewhere less flammable.
I'll see what I can.
Thank you.
Ender Weber.
Yes. And I shall leave to my private house.
Very well. So, everyone settles in for the night in their own respective areas. Grizz in his room alone. Temujin with his lady friend at the brothel. Isla, Shadow, and the two kobolds in their room with the fireplace, which doesn't take long before it's alight. And you are at your private residence. Is there anything specific you wish to do there, or are you just turning in?
Resting there for that.
Okay, so if you need it, you are welcome to take a long rest. I don't think anyone needs it at this point.
No, we already had one last session.
Except apparently the kobolds.
So, yes, give it to them.
Or Isla kills me. Or Isla's player, actually more accurate.
They're babies.
Very much so. So, the following morning comes. Place that sends you mad.
Yes, please, sir.
I shall first go past the guild, find the members that want to join me. Hey, look, there's one.
Hi.
And I shall go to the place that sends you mad.
Okay, so, anything specific you want to do?
No, Chris is thinking of something. Something Inagron said.
Okay.
I thought you were thinking of a lot of things, but sure, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so it's still fairly early. We'll just assume you've been given something to eat over at the guild.
Yeah,
Just to make
just
life
follow him.
simpler. And you arrive at the city council to closed doors.
Vacation.
Knock on the doors.
You hear the very hollow ring of your knock throughout its empty walls.
I really need to get someone to do this for me.
70 boy, come on here. Go to the, well, you know.
Alright, well,
So you're just calling out to a random guy on the street, servant boy.
who's that?
You, sir, are now my serving boy.
Yes, sir. How would you like to be paid to do jack all?
Yeah.
How long's the walk to the guild?
It's about 10 minutes.
Yeah, right, walk back to the guild. Then I should go to my receptionist.
Who's now going to become
I need
A lot of things, yes.
I need a lot of things.
Also,
I
do all of
need
us, sir.
2 people. That can
You people.
I need 2 people that can do 2 very specific jobs for me. I need 1 to help me establish a brewery, and I need another to oversee a development project for me.
That's
Mostly real estate.
ominous.
It's not ominous. It's more secret. Do we have any members that would fit the criteria of someone with a business likeness and or experience in such matters?
Chris just like, oh, and patience.
Patience.
We do have one person. She came in about shortly after you left, in fact. That could potentially look into these things. I'm not too sure what your second project is. It makes it difficult to recommend someone. First one, patience, time. Yes, she definitely has time. Not so sure about the patience.
I don't much care about patience, quite frankly, as long as I get results. Where is this woman?
She's probably just finishing up her breakfast.
Wonderful. I will sit here and I'll make a table. You send her to me, please, as soon as she is able.
Very well.
Dear, what's her name?
I have not yet decided.
I had to.
Players such as these.
Who needs enemies?
Hopefully it doesn't go as chaotic as the previous session. That was entertaining, to say the least. Should I read those names for you again?
But precious.
I think that is only funny in this country.
Yeah.
So it takes a few minutes, but after a while, a fairly young elf is sent over to you. Good morning. I understand that you are the leader of the guild and you have need of my services.
Yes, well, your services, what do they include?
Well, within reason, whatever it is you require.
Well, I would like someone who has a keen ear for real estate opportunities and project management.
The entrepreneur.
Well, there is a couple of buildings freshly erected in the part of the city that was destroyed. That depending on what you're looking for might be suitable. I'm not sure what real estate you're looking at.
I'm not interested in buying already fabricated houses. My project's much larger than this, but I need someone who can help me handle the administration and planning and the sorts when I am not around.
Well, I'm fairly good with most of those. In terms of larger building, do you want to start a new construction?
Yes, but first I have to clear things up with the city council before I can exchange any plans.
Really, sir? My sister works there and she complains about it every single day.
Great, your sister works there. What time do they open? Do you know?
No one really knows. They're supposed to be open shortly after sunrise, but that doesn't always happen.
But if the sister works there, why don't we just ask the sister?
Of course, yes. Sorry, your name again?
Let me just find one that's fairly acceptable. Valine.
Valine, and how would one spell that, Valine?
Velene.
Valine, are you interested in being in my employ for this and not the adventuring side of the guild?
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's
great.
Would be most acceptable by my parents.
Wonderful. What were you looking for in terms of salary?
fairly acceptable living wage. Shall we say 5 silver pieces a day?
5 silver pieces a day. Let's just round that up to even 30 gold a month, shall we?
Very well.
Great.
Logo appears above Will's head. PA acquired.
Team achievement unlocked.
Alright. So I'll just walk over to the reception and just... Would you mind setting up a contract for me for Valine here as my personal assistant?
Very well, will do. Anything specific that I need to add to that?
She will be my overseer for development projects, and we settled on a salary of 30 gold a month.
That's more than you pay me.
What do I pay you?
Barely 20 gold a month.
No, I'll up that to 20. It's a little bit of a raise, right?
What I'm getting paid right now, but sure.
A raise is a raise.
What is 20 gold? 20 gold a month. What is that in?
So 20 gold a month. My brain doesn't want to.
200 silver a month.
Yeah, I got that for, and that's when my brain gave up.
6 silver a day.
Yeah, so that is just over modest. So comfortable would be 8 silver a day, so that is.
All right. Well, while I'm
So
here,
that's 24 gold a month.
fuck it. How many permanent employees do we have for the guild right now?
Well, there's myself. There's Valine, naturally.
Yes.
There is, the girl working behind the bar. There is the blacksmith, the cook. I think we're about 8 employees currently, full-time employees, not contract workers.
Yes, of course. And you would know best. Does this guild generate income? I know a lot of it went to the modifications of the ship. Is it viable for me to increase your salaries?
Not really beyond, I'd say, about 20 gold a month, unfortunately.
Like total or each?
Each.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bump it up by 10 each. If I can afford it, I would do it.
So 30 gold a month.
Yes.
We'll see how that goes. Things might change now with the...
We will do a temporary salary increase, see it as a bonus. Temporary salary increase for 3 months. If it works in the finances, and please don't cheat me because I will get very angry. Because I will be looking at the books. Right? Not that I don't trust you.
Have you ever felt the cronium against your head?
Naked skin. Bump all of my permanent employees' salary up by 10 gold pieces. Do it for 3 months. See if it's financially viable. If it is, we will continue on the sword. If it is not, then only an increase of 5 gold pieces.
Well, thank you, sir. Very kind.
Wonderful. But only if it is the expenses can be covered by the guild, of course, and hopefully future prospects. Right, Valine. It's time for city council.
I shall go visit my sister in that case.
Are we going to your sister's house or are we going to the city council?
Do you really want to come with me, or do you want to give me an overview so that I can do this on your behalf?
I want to come with. I want to set up my initial details.
Very well.
Myself.
Well, they should be open by now, so let's go.
And as I walk out the door,
I follow you.
and I won't crouch down for my guild door because I made it big.
Why is this guild door so big? The guild door is a little bit tall.
It's double doors, and the one is a foot higher than the other one.
Yeah, like some architect. This is the strangest thing.
And then the owner walks in, you're like, oh.
I see.
Let's just try and save on wood.
Yeah, like 100 years from now, we can't figure out why they built their buildings like this.
For some reason, the one door is bigger than the other.
We think it's due to thermodynamics.
The shift.
Anyway.
Temporal time and space. So you get to the city council, and it is open.
Oh. Wonderful. I enter, bowing down, entering.
So you enter, and it very quickly becomes clear that Vline's sister is the hostess sitting at the front desk.
Is it the same hostess I dealt with yesterday?
Yes.
That's your sister?
So I'm not gonna do a bunch of small talk between two sisters.
It's okay.
I'm not sure I'll be able to accomplish it.
Hey. That's your sister?
So they start chatting while the two of you stand around.
Well, hopefully she's better than her sister at that job. I can tell Will. Like,
the two sisters are chatting.
yeah.
I'll just like bend down slightly until I'm like just a head taller than them. Are you quite finished?
No, actually not. So, and
Just like,
Is this the receptionist that says this now?
no, that's Vline.
Evelyn.
this is like,
And Will is just inner monologuing. Have I made a bad call?
yeah. Just like,
Like this woman.
she's just behind her, like,
I like spunk. I don't like disrespect. I don't say it out loud. It's in my thoughts. I would like to start my business, if I may.
Yes, of course. And she chats to her sister for not chats, but converses with her sister. I think that's more accurate at this point. And it takes a couple of seconds, and she heads off, beckoning you to follow.
I follow.
Without struggling, she goes to the exact right office.
Okay. For what is this office now?
To register a new. She's not so sure, so she's thinking you want to invest in property, so that's the office you're going to.
Property investment.
Yeah.
Okay. I will bend down and walk in.
Really careful.
Which office is this now?
You said you wanted to invest into property, correct?
no, he was.
To an extent, is this just for buying pre-built properties, or is this for
This
land
property
and
in the
property?
city and in and around the city.
Does this property include land?
Yes, land in and around the city.
Right.
So you could potentially, depending on your influence and the amount of gold you have, secure a farmland.
Yes, I don't require a farmland just yet. The
Yeah.
Well, yeah, starting things like farmland.
the area previously destroyed by the dragon. What is the size of it?
Are you asking her or the guy behind the desk?
Guy behind the desk.
Well, most of it's been rebuilt, essentially. So there's not much left that is still destroyed. I'm assuming you're speaking specifically of Kasut Market and Sun Hill right now.
Yes.
So most of that has been rebuilt, but they are looking at potentially expanding that outwards. Although currently with the struggles with the fights with the water and the difficulty getting enough food sources in, that might be delayed until we've sorted out whatever's going on.
Okay. So the land where, how many buildings can I fit on the land that has not been rebuilt?
He takes out a hand-drawn map from behind him, looks down, and you can see it used to be a map of the city, and several of the buildings has been scratched over, and then in another color ink drawn over that, what you presume to be new building sites.
Okay. May I see the map?
Well, I mean, he's opening it on the desk in front of you, so you can't see the map.
Okay. May I, as a player, also see the map?
There's no building scratched out because it didn't go that far.
Yeah. Which area is this again?
So if you're looking top right, so that area and the one just to the left of it, all outside
the bay, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this whole area here.
Yeah. So
it's outside of the city walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the so this line there, that's the city walls. So that area, it's mainly this area that's been destroyed. Those buildings from the map that he's pulled out, it's still standing.
Rebuilt.
Is it no, still standing?
Oh, okay. So of this, which area was rebuilt?
So most of it is still has been rebuilt. There's a few more on the outskirts that you can see it's stretched out, but there's no new buildings added.
All right. So I point to the map. I say this area here. Also, is there any area? This is one of the main gates, correct?
Yes.
Right. What is this area? It's the that's
so the military zone is there.
Yeah.
You can actually see if you look up here. There's the.
Okay. 100. So 9 is what? The Meton Plaza. Okay. The Kasut Market. So this entirety of this quadrant.
Yeah.
How many of the houses in here that were rebuilt are owned by the people that built? Or is it more of a development?
It's more of a development. Unfortunately, that used to be mainly for fishing and those sort of produce. So the people living there didn't really have a lot, so the city is helping out.
And this here, empty lands, I assume?
Yes, mainly empty lands. There's a few farms and so on up to the north, but there is some open fields.
Okay. So this area here and this area here, how much?
I'm sorry?
How much?
Do you mean to buy that area?
Yes.
Oh, that is very, very interesting. He whips out a calculator and starts, abacus, technically, and starts calculating. Let us, my keyboard will work together with me.
Need that abacus.
Hey,
You don't need
this modern abacus is
Well, you know what I do have.
tiny bathroom.
Mathrox.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shining Mathrox isn't going to help with this particular question.
1, 2, 3, 4. Counting in your dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3.
So he sits and calculates there. So, that area, you're probably looking at around 4,000 gold pieces.
That's including houses.
No, that's land.
Yes, but I want to own the buildings on top of the land also. As well as that whole portion of farmland.
So where exactly did you point to? Because what I saw was empty land.
I want that from there to where the gate is to up farmland.
Oh, so you want the entire Kasut market plus farmlands?
Yes.
So you're looking at more closer to like 20,000 gold.
All right, and that's including the buildings.
Yes.
And if I wish to build buildings on top of the land there, that is, or revamp the buildings and such.
We would prefer if you don't consume or cover farmland with buildings.
No. The farmland will stay farmland. I meant the market area. I wish to revamp the already built buildings and or erect new buildings.
Well, if you do have the funding, then you're welcome to do so. But
do I need a special approval?
well, you need to submit plans here to the city council to ensure that they are correct and things like that. But most people tend to not really worry too much about that.
Right. Those farmlands, are they active?
Yes.
And
But it's currently city property, so it's people stewarding the land and growing produce. We are hoping for a shipment of produce soon, seeing as the fish market has dried up.
right, and if I were to double the size of the lands outside of this, or triple the size of the farmlands outside of the city, even that which is not farmland, is that for sale through you as well?
Not really. That becomes public land that we can't really sell.
All right.
You're already pushing the limits here.
Can I see the map again, please? Right. What's another portion of farmland that I can purchase? Just the other side of the roadway?
Yeah, that should also be available. There are a few of those farms that are privately owned that will be excluded, though.
And for me to purchase them, I'd have to speak to the owners?
Yes.
Right. I would like to purchase all available farmlands as well. Well, give me an estimate, please.
Since they're slinging beads across in his abacus, and it's like, all of that, you're looking at 32,000 gold.
Okay, so that's the market area and all of the farms.
Most
Most of the farms. I
With-
mean,
with the
all the
exception-
available farms,
Yes.
except for the privately owned. Right. And where do I pay and get the deed for these areas?
That would be, and he starts speaking, directing you. You're not quite following, but you do notice that Velina is following.
Okay. So we're going there now.
Apparently
To
so.
that area. Right. I follow. I bend down when I walk out of the room.
Yeah, so you arrive to another office. Yay! Place that sends you mad. I don't need nuts at this point.
No, I'm gonna make you mad.
I can just say no.
Yeah.
So, you step into the office and you. There's not really much going on. There's another elf male sitting behind a desk, and a single cabinet with what you presume to be holding a bunch of parchments. Beyond that, the office itself is empty.
I bend down and look in. Good day.
Good morning. What do you want?
Some land, please.
Speak to the. No, I forgot the word. No, I've password it.
What's that the password?
I'll type it into Google.
Is this the man that I was just at?
No.
Okay.
Well, you're not currently at. Man, you're just at. It's been a long night. Sorry, I had a drop or two too much. He does my maps and planning and city planner. That's the one.
I need to go to the city planner to purchase land.
Yes, to confirm if that land is able to be purchased and how much.
And what do you do?
Take your money and give you paper
I see.
saying that you
I see.
theoretically own this land.
I see. Right. Where is that exactly?
He directs you back, and Valine pipes up. She's like, we were just there. He sent us to you to come and purchase the land.
Questions in the
Arguing with myself again.
Yes, we were just there discussing the land.
Right, I'm thinking of making that this episode's title, Arguing with Myself. Fucking players.
Yes.
Well, not really, but okay, fine. What did he say?
What in value or area?
Just go fetch him so that to make this easier on all of us.
Right. Valine, do you mind? Well, yeah, sure. Valine, could you please go fetch him?
Very well. She runs off. Takes a couple of minutes and she returns with the previous guy you just saw.
Guy, I wish to purchase land. Please.
Guy 1, meet guy 2. Guy 2, meet guy 1. Now, talk.
Thing one and thing two.
Yes, very much so.
So they discuss a bit. It's like, well, very well. How are you planning on making the purchase?
By paying for it. Are you sober enough to do this transaction?
No, of course I am. I'm just wondering, do you have the gold with you? It's a lot of gold.
Yes, I do.
We'll just like pull out a bag.
What's wrong with you? Why do you carry so much gold with you?
Because I can.
What's wrong with carrying so much gold?
Someone's gonna steal it.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a splatter on a windshield if he tries to steal from that guy.
They haven't yet, and it's been months, so
You're fucking crazy.
I am.
Well,
yes.
he does own a guild.
All right, very well. He sits down, draws up a few pages,
You start writing them out technically. It's like, would you mind coming back tomorrow? This is going to take a while to draw all of the relevant paperwork up.
I just have this image of Will, like someone stole him and he runs back to the mercenary. Guys, everybody stop what you're doing. This guy stole from me. Him.
Do you have the ability to fake the payment from the bank?
We can send someone.
Let's see. Yes, well, no, never mind. I'll come back tomorrow. Can one of you please just direct me to the guy that is responsible for me being able to register a brewery title?
Oh, you can just do that. Just start making beer.
I don't need to register the name or anything.
Well, if you really want a name associated with it, yeah, sure. But if you
Yes, I
just
would
want to
like
make
to
beer,
have-
then just fucking make beer.
I would like to have a name associated with it.
He babbles away, directing you someplace else. Valine takes note, directs you there.
Hello. As I crouched down when I left the first room and I crouched down when I entered the first room.
Almost.
Hello.
Can I help you with?
Are you hungover?
No, just fucking over the shit job. What do you need?
For you to wake the fuck up because I need to register a name for a brewery. Please and thank you. I was here yesterday. You weren't. I'm fairly annoyed at this point. Obviously.
Not my
Please.
fucking problem.
And at that, when she says that, just like steps a few inches back, just like.
If you don't calm down, you won't get to register a name, sir.
If he doesn't calm down, he's gonna blow up this whole fucking city. Hey guys, new land just opened up.
I would like to register the name of the brewery.
Take a seat, I'll draw up the paperwork.
I fall on a seat. Hopefully cracking quite a few pieces of it. Not like completely fall, like I sit down.
I'm not gonna let the dice gods decide what happens.
I'm like,
Use the power of prestidigitation, make a mosquito noise.
You fuck up the seat and land on the floor.
good. How far am I from eye level with
How
this
high are you?
No, officer, it's high. How are you?
Say again?
How far am I from eye level with this person now that I'm sitting on the floor?
Oh, no, you're looking up to him currently.
Okay.
Don't fuck up my furniture. Sits there, quill, dips. That takes a couple of minutes. Writing this out takes time. Alright, sir. What's the name?
Grayman's Brewery.
Say again?
Grayman's Brewery.
Grey Man's Brewery.
Grayman's. Do you want to sponsor or not, DM?
I need to make this fucking realistic.
And can I just write it down on a piece of parchment?
Can you write, sir?
Yes, I can.
Very well.
It seems
Hand you a quill and a piece of parchment.
Grayman's Brewery. Do
You
you need me to write it in abyssal as well?
you don't.
Well, you can do. Well, you can't do Abyssal, but you can do Dwarvish and Elvish.
No.
Takes about. Oh. So, like the guys bringing the beer from the brewery to the tavern. Is that correct?
Yes.
Interesting name choice.
It is.
Yeah.
I
Right.
plan to make the most delectable things.
Writes it down. 10 gold for the name registration, and another 5 gold for the furniture you broke.
Can I see a certificate of authenticity that that's your furniture?
Here's the 10 gold, which I slide onto the table. And I stand up and just use mending on the chair.
So those guys are properly. What the? He is properly awake, active. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
You had too many shards.
No, he didn't ask us his expression. My expressions isn't particularly good. Okay, apparently you don't owe me for the furniture. Don't go breaking someone else's furniture. It's rude.
I wasn't planning to. With a shit-eating grin behind the mask that they cannot see.
With a mouse that can't grin.
Yes. With a mental shit-eating grin.
So you have officially registered the name Draymond's Brewery in Rivergate.
Good. Hooray.
Progress!
Now, Valine, it's time to find the location of the brothel.
I'm sorry, sir?
Duck down and start walking out of the city council.
Chris is just like, he said we're looking for a brothel.
Come along. It's a very interesting thing to open in these times. Although, theoretically, the men do need some entertainment at night. I am not working in the brothel.
I don't expect you to.
Good.
Yeah.
I just need you to oversee my
You will die.
projects.
She casts magic missile towards you. Well, that did not go as planned.
Before we leave completely, can we quickly make a round back to the city planner and financier?
City planner, sure. Financier, I'm not so sure. He might not be very pleased to see you again, as he is drawing up the paperwork.
Okay, well, we should go see the city planner just quickly.
Very well. Takes you to him.
I bend down and walk in. So sorry to bother you again. I would like to know the area just inside of the city walls. Where's my house in the city?
So you do actually have a slightly better located house in One Hoofed Heights, which is the slightly richer district of the city itself. The area that you bought is outside of the city walls.
Yes. So that area inside of the city. Am I able to purchase that as well?
No, that is privately owned land.
Thank you. So bend down and walk out.
Okay. Anything else? Or are you just heading back to the guild?
Well, I would like to know who I can speak to for building a wall.
I'm building a wall.
My nickname is Trump, so...
That joke is like, what, 6 years old now? 8 years old?
Pretty much.
It's still fun.
Building a wall, right? But I assume if it's my land, I can just fucking build a wall if I want to. But I would like to go to the place. Yes, the place.
The place.
The place, yes. The gentleman's club, the Scepter Queen.
The?
Scepter Queen.
Okay.
The brothel.
To Lady
Dominatrix.
Dominatrix.
Yeah.
Demisha.
The mission.
Lady Demisha. Demisha.
Okay. morning. Back from war. Oh, and please take your friend. He was a bit of a nuisance last night.
My apologies. Is there anything I owe you for his description?
No, he didn't cause damage, but he did. His demeanor towards some of the other ladies was unacceptable.
Well,
In a disrespectful manner?
Somewhat, yes.
Mm,
He very clearly prefers his own kind.
I'll have to have a word with him when he's here. Mike! How dare you! My sincerest apologies. I will have him understand.
Have him removed from the premises.
Yes, no, definitely.
For now.
We will. We will be dropping him off at the guild. I had mentioned that we could maybe scout a possible location for the brothel.
Let me just throw on something more acceptable for outside audiences, and then I'll be right with you.
Great. Sorry, DM. The guild's main headquarters are there outside of the.
Yeah, so that is actually part of the land you just bought.
Okay, sure. Or I'm going to. No, yes.
Well, that. Ik bedoel het verstaan.
Yes.
So it takes a few minutes, and then she comes out. Not really much dressed, much more than she was previously. I mean, she is showing a little less than she was, but it's mainly just throwing a coat over the fairly revealing outfit she was wearing before. Are we off?
We are off.
Well, I'm assuming you know where to go, so lead the way.
And I will hold out my arm for her to hold on to if she would like, but
She takes your arm. Such a gentleman. But she's like taking your arm.
Such a gentleman.
Yeah, I mean it's so your elbow is more or less head height for her, so she is holding you there. So it's not uncomfortable as such for her, but it does look a little bit odd.
Oh. So I will go to that area. Are there any buildings that have been built that can be revamped into something larger for a brothel?
Not really. It's mainly housing that's been built thus far.
Okay. Is it like medium or low income housing?
Say again?
Medium or low income housing?
Low, highest is medium. So you do notice she is a little bit disgusted with the area.
Okay, and but renovatable into more higher quality?
You're probably gonna have to break it down and rebuild it.
Okay. Cool. I will just talk to her and say, pay no heed to the current state of the area, as I have the paperwork being drawn up, and I will be constructing much nicer residences than this.
Well, my biggest concern currently is this is outside of city walls, meaning that this is more open to attacks from and advancements from less than desirables, and I wouldn't like a working girl to have to experience that.
Of course. My plan is to, before the end of the construction of the buildings, have a perimeter wall set up. At least for the buildings. The farmlands are a bit of a stretch for now.
Farmlands tend to be fairly okay. It's mainly within the cities. But the problem is farms generally don't, from my understanding, keep a lot of money and potential entertainment, if you
Yes, no,
my drift
I
on that.
completely understand. The entirety of the market area will be owned by me. And so I will be transforming this entire area into a high-class area with its own walls. And my, obviously, own personal armada, in a sense, with my guild.
Seems like I should have a more intimate relationship with you.
2 years from now, like the bag. Here's your coin. Will's face on it. Welcome to the town formerly known as River King. Now it's like Will's.
How to draw the attention of my previous armada. Just a town shaped like Will's face. It's like, we want you!
Big statue of Will in the middle.
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, World Crater is technically still there.
We'll have a memorial plaque set up.
And thus the land was founded by...
I started at the bottom, now I'm here.
Yeah. Quite literally started at the bottom.
It would have been good, like, yeah, you should have plaque there. I claim this land in the name of Will in the crater.
Yep. That's the plan. Anyway. Yes. So, along with the construction of the new upper class brothel will be the reconstruction of surrounding housing and establishments and shops.
Just to make sure, are you quite sure that now is the time to do this?
I do realize it's in war, which makes labor and parts
Scarce?
yes, but I'll also get a lot more willing volunteers that don't want to go fight.
It's not really the way war works. Oftentimes people get drafted so they don't really have a choice.
True.
Although we're not quite convinced that this is a war quite yet. Yes, there is obviously some struggles with the water, as I'm sure you've heard. And that does mean that getting supplies to Rivergate from the rest of Iraba somewhat difficult.
Which makes it the golden business opportunity to provide those supplies locally.
Interesting notion.
Which is why I have performed.
Would you take me out to dinner so we can discuss this further?
Oh, come on. Are you sure that my money isn't the determining factor in your decision making?
Oh, absolutely.
Chris, and that's why I follow you.
Of course.
I'm just like waddling behind.
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Have you met yourself to Mr. Moneybags?
Maybe one day. But for now, we need to finalize placement for this.
Well, I'm sure that I would say closer to the main city, as close as possible, as that will improve your clientele. Beyond that, just make sure that wherever it is safe.
Of course.
would you mind escorting me back?
Of course. And I shall escort her back too.
And Grizz is waddling behind.
It's like waddling behind. I'm a master third wheeler.
I mean, Valine as well. We're a full-on sedan, baby.
So you've got a tiefling and on the one arm and a elf walking beside you.
Yes.
Player.
And
Don't
him
fall
walking
down.
behind.
Player. They call me Pimp Wheel.
Yeah, the problem is the tiefling potentially, maybe accidentally, walking behind you is actually missing half of its face. And that is not going down well with a lot of people you are passing.
Also very true. Also dropped off Timogen at the guild when we were in that area.
Fair enough. Just look at someone like, what? This is what you get when you face the ocean. Fuck off.
I'm fighting for your freedom.
Some respect is needed.
I assume we just drop her off again at her place.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I shall head to the bank. Please, thank you, sir.
Okay.
I want money.
It's Grizz going along.
Yes. Seeing what this is fascinating. Just watching him build his
As
empire.
you're heading to the bank, you hear something familiar coming from the area where the cloak and dagger is. A dull thud, similar to the sound you've come to know when Necronium explodes.
From the cloak and dagger.
From the area where the cloak and dagger is situated.
Oh,
We need to head there really soon. First, I need to stop at the bank. Just a quick one. I will hastily walk into the bank and not seem to duck if the doors are not high enough.
Roll your dexterity save.
I just want to be authentic. He is now like, fucking damn it.
explosion. Let's go.
Dex.
Yes.
So you take damage.
7.
So, in your frustration as you head into the bank, you fail to notice that this doorway is lower than what you would have liked, and you bump your head hard, taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's like,
Don't fucking damn it! and you come back, no, I'm good.
God damn it.
it's like walking up to the counter.
I'm sorry, sir. The door is not really intended for your enormous stature.
Yes, I think he noticed it.
Trust me, I'm used to it by now.
So what can I do for you today?
I want to deposit some money, please, into my existing accounts.
How much would you like to deposit?
Um,
And what is the account?
I would like to actually open another safety deposit box, and take some funds from my existing one, put it in there, and take some funds that I can't
That
have
is
with me.
quite a process, sir.
Right, I'll just deposit 3,000 platinum, please.
I'm sorry?
He said
3,000 platinum, please. Actually, might make that 2.5. Yeah, 2.5, please. Thank you.
What?
guess into my account that there's currently 4,000 platinum in there.
You have that money with you right now?
Yes, I would like to deposit it. That's what this is for, is it not?
What part
Yes,
do you
but
do?
no one walks around with that kind of money.
I do.
We do.
What
He
the
does.
fuck is wrong with you?
Are you going to take my money or not?
Yes. And she rings a bell behind her desk, and you notice everyone else is immediately escorted from the premises, and the doors are locked.
He's just like,
No, you're being escorted from the premises as well. I'm sorry, sir. No one can be present for this except the client himself, as well as any bank members.
I'll wait outside then.
So you're being led downstairs to where the vault itself is. Led in, shown where your money is, and being asked to place however amount you wish there with the rest of your finances and your specific hidey hole.
On the way there, I just I'm like, well, I would like to deposit it in the guild's account, not my personal.
Well, it's a fairly easy change, sir. And once that's done, you are escorted back up and given some paperwork to sign, indicating the amount and all that kind of stuff. Noting 2,000, 2,500
It's 2,500.
being deposited into the Solemn's account.
Okay.
And as you are heading out, the doors are open, then everyone else is let back in.
you're just sitting there in front of the door, just like, you done?
Yeah.
At this point, you are hearing screaming coming. Do you see a massive smoke, pile of smoke coming from that area?
Hey, well, I think there's some new real estate for you.
Oh, fucking course. And I will walk and just before the door, walk out and just
Very
like,
good, sir. You hear from behind you. And,
Valine, just head back to the guild for now, and we'll sort out the buildings and things later. Just start thinking about the process of knocking down those houses so I can build nicer ones.
I'll start speaking to the right people, sir.
And I motor off to the cloak and dagger.
Just behind him following. Well, with enough necronia.
So you don't know the cloak and dagger.
Right, Grizz, are you ready for whatever makeup now?
No, while you were saying, like, demolish the houses, it's like, with enough of necronium you have, I think that's a said and done motion.
You're going to meet Tommy Dura now, maybe. Hopefully.
So, quick pause as my bladder is telling me that I need to pause right now. So,
But, when nature calls.
you answer. Because you don't, apparently you get a bladder infection, and between doctor bills and medication, it's something like 2,000 rand. So, when nature calls, answer.
Just pee.
The cloak and dagger is, well, now just rubble.
Are we live or are we paused? Paused. Okay. Yeah, my plan is eventually the wireless stop is it.
I'm seeing it. You're literally in the process of building your own city.
Wat dus hoekom ek het gestart op any farmland zodat ik die monopoly het.
Lijkt mij dat is nog live.
Als ik die monopoly heb op koos.
So you are heading off to that
To the cloak and dagger.
area of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the cloak and dagger
Okay. Good.
as a starting point. So you get there, and there's a lot of attention going towards an alleyway. You do see some familiar faces heading that direction. Tommy Dur being among them. Although at this point she doesn't seem to be too worried about you specifically, more as to the source of the smoke.
Do I recognize that it's close to where our little tester was?
So, coming closer, you realize it's not close.
It is.
It is. There is a portion of the building completely blown away, and some of the surrounding buildings are on fire. You start seeing several people forming line, passing along buckets to bring water closer to put out the fire. At this point, the closest point of or source of water is actually the river itself, leading to the sea. So water is getting thrown on to the burning buildings. You do see the point where it exploded out of. You do see Zedek's workshop. Or at least the base of it opening.
Is that on ground level?
No, that's below ground level.
Oh yes, of course.
So the building you used to enter into is one of the buildings that is on fire. That is not. So you used to enter into a shop, then being led down a passageway. So his workshop is underneath another building. And that building is no longer there, but the building you used to enter into is still standing, although it is currently on fire. You do notice standing there that there doesn't seem to be all that much necronium in the workshop space itself from where you're standing. You're able to distinguish that. Although, so you see it's an alchemy workspace. You don't actually see any necronium there directly.
Well, good or bad?
Well, you're not 100% sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just following him.
So, what do you do?
I will stop, assess the situation. Fucking Zedek. And I will start making my way to the workshop.
So climbing down the rubble sides.
Yes.
Are you following?
Yep.
Can you both give me an acrobatics check, please? I will not pollute the drinking horn.
Okay.
I have standards.
Fair.
Anyone else?
Is there enough? You've had the time to save it.
Well, what am I going to do? I'm just going to keep quiet at this point in time.
Give that sloppy nobby.
Fucking hell. Wow.
Ja, wil jij die laatste beetje?
Ja. Ja, dat is wel een dus optillen. Ja, dat is niet fijn. Die laatste niet zo
Give it to me and I will pour it. I don't get the nice attention the Renan does.
No, I'm more worried about my gem screen.
Also, I am the
Available on the website.
Available now. From redesigns.
For only $7.79.
R$7.79. That's a steal.
Maybe go look at the website instead of believing it. Okay, so 7.
16.
So you start heading down this crater. It's fairly steep sides. It's only blown upwards more than to the side. And you manage to get your foothold on some of the, not really rocks as it's been built down to that level. You, on the other hand, you lose your footing and you slip and fall face first into the passageway next to the and suffer 8 bludgeoning damage as you fall, falling damage taken. You should still be alive.
Barely.
Ow. Rolling mid-session.
Oh,
Randomly.
yes. To see if my rolling pad concept works. It doesn't. It's not even. I'm not a DM, you don't have to be afraid.
I'm not worried. But if you're rolling in the middle of my game, it might just be used against you.
There was that funny thing like, what's the scariest thing a DM can say? Well, you can certainly try. Just start rolling randomly.
You don't have to say anything when you roll dice.
Yeah.
Just be quiet.
Or
So I go into the workshop.
so you enter into the workshop. You are in the passageway next to the workshop currently. The door itself is still standing. Most of the wall is there to the point where you aren't able to see over the wall. It's low enough for you to see over it. But, I mean, you can't see each other unless you go stand directly next to the wall.
Anything?
I'm still looking.
Roll investigation or general perception check, sorry.
General perception.
Well,
Or just
perception
check.
check. Unless you're actively searching for something.
I am actively looking for how much plutonium is out and about, and if there are any signs of Zeddy.
Okay, investigation.
Good, because the difference between my perception and persuasion is a +7.
Perception and persuasion.
No, perception and in investigation. Sorry. So that is at 23.
So there's no necronium that you're able to identify at this in the workshop itself, but you do notice the tip of a scorched tail sticking out from behind a toppled over table.
I will lift up the toppled over table.
Zedek is there crouching behind it. You're not quite sure if he's breathing at this point or not.
Well, I will cast Cure Wounds on him.
You're aware that if he is dead, Cure Wounds is wasting a spell slot.
Yep. Okay, fair enough. So he turns around or rolls around and looks up to you. Fuck! It's you! Shit! And he tries to run away.
I will grab onto his tail.
Roll strength check for me. I'll give you advantage because it's his tail. And it's fucking funny.
I just love the idea of like, just like, oh fuck, and he tries it, I'm just like, what? Really? Good thing you gave me advantage here. Because the one was a 2, and this one's an 18. Which gives
that's
me
a bit of a difference.
a 21.
So you grab onto his tail and hold on. Fuck!
Yeah, I don't know why you're running, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me right now.
I fucked up.
Oh, really?
And Chris like, found anything?
You think I don't notice?
Mistakes were made.
Obviously.
The nickname is safe. Most of it.
I assume the ones that aren't safe are the ones that were responsible for this.
Yes.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Where's the rest of the Necronium?
I put it in the storage area.
Which is where?
Can I get my tail back?
Are you going to run away?
No.
I honestly can't give two shits that you blew up half of the street. But why did you try and run from me in the first place? Because you blew up half of the street.
Yes.
Shell your britches.
I'm fine.
Just like,
And
Will.
I let go of your tail.
No. But it's like, I'm sorry, I blew up the street. No, I don't care about that. It's my necronium, sir.
I don't give a fuck about this shit. I just bought several hundred acres of land. What the fuck?
At this point, you do notice some of the city guard standing at the edge of the crater, looking down at you guys.
But obviously, I don't give a shit while this.
I don't give it. Oh.
Let's see. You're safe. So you say that as you get back down, trying to convince him where it goes. You notice that some of the shiny helmets, a lot of sun reflecting from helmets.
Are they saying anything?
No, they're looking down at you.
Okay. So I just close to the. Where's the storage?
Looks at you, looks up at the city guard, back at you. Do you really want me to show you now?
No, but you can at least tell me.
Down the passage.
Is it all in one place? Like in one storage container?
Next to all 3 barrels. All together.
Motherfucker. I didn't know there was that many with him.
Yes, I left most of it with him.
I thought I only gave him 1 barrel.
You left most of the necronium with him because he was able to store it.
Mistakes were made.
3 more barrels at the guild. Was it 1 barrel?
No, there's 1 barrel at the guild.
So 1 at the guild.
There's one at the guild. There's one you gave to Enegron that he somehow needs more. And then you gave 3 to Zedek, so he answers there's still 2.5 left. Because you had those barrels long before you had the guild.
Yeah, true. And you're sure it's safe? What did you do this time?
Fire.
many pieces did you ignite?
Oh, I'm missing a finger.
Fucking hell.
So, they technically like that. Oh, fuck that. Camera froze again. Piece of shit. Mike!
Why you not tell us?
Welcome to the Denizens of the Atmosphere podcast.
Okay, so, like that.
Does
7.
cure wounds heal fingers?
No,
Right,
you
yeah.
need something like restoration for that.
And I assume a healing potion also does not.
Mhm.
Usually wounds don't, unless or you have the period of health.
Is there like a cleric in town that does treat
Yeah, it's
people
Ida.
for this?
I know.
Unless you haven't read, I don't know.
At this point, you do notice several ropes tumbling down to inside the workshop, and looking, you see some of the city guard rappelling down to get to where you guys are.
What are we telling them?
It's your fucking Necronian.
That you blew up. Open is outside, so he doesn't hear any of this.
So how far are the guards from arriving there?
You have a couple of seconds at most.
So I will take my temporary bag of holding that I have on me. I will throw it over. I'll just like throw it over the wall where Grizz is. Grizz down the hall. 2.5 barrels. Just fill up the fucking bag and get out of here.
Alright.
I'm gonna say roll me a stealth check quickly to ensure that the city guard doesn't hear you.
Okay. And I add on to that. Just be fucking careful with it. Survival.
Stealth.
17.
You managed to say it quietly enough that you don't think any of the city guard heard you.
His face is interesting.
So, I'll be with you in a moment.
Oh, hell.
As you head, so at where Zedek's workshop is located is pretty much the end of the passageway. So as you head back, there's 3 closed doors.
Son of a bitch. No, he just looks at the left, whichever one's the left that's of him.
No, so they're all from where you are. They're all on the left side.
Okay, the first one that's coming up.
Okay.
Slowly tries and open it.
And you see a female elf trying to cover herself up as you step into her room. Another creature is lurking in the shadows of the bed. You can't really see exactly what it is.
He's just like, sorry, blind in one eye, can't see quite well. Wrong door. Goes to the next one. Tries to open it slow.
It's locked.
Goes to the next one, opens it.
It's locked.
This would have been much easier if I had some stuff like this. Fuck it. Goes to the first one that was locked. Can't just blast the lock.
Wrong attack.
First one is a mod 20. Second one is a 15.
combine that. So the first one does hit, the second one misses.
Okay, we'll want it. Make sure this fit. Last thing. It's 11 damage.
You manage to bust through the lock.
Open it and check what's inside.
Several bags, barrels, and crates of various goods. One of the barrels, the lid is on slightly askew, and you see a faint greenish glow emanating from it.
By Joe, I think I've got it. Goes in.
You close the door behind you.
Yeah, just like, well, as close as it can be with a broken lock. Just like, alright, don't touch the cranium, don't touch it, don't touch it. No, he's thinking, how am I gonna get them? Trying to get some cloth.
Roll me a dexterity saving throw for shits and giggles.
Wow! Thank you, fucking dice. I hate you.
I mean, I'm at least glad that I told him to never touch Necronium. I was like, oh fuck, is he just gonna grab it?
Freak.
So we'll get back to you in a moment.
Cut to just bursting through the door, fucking crazy.
So, at this, shortly after he scurried away, the first of the town guard drop into the workshop, and they lower their spears aiming at you, forcing the two of you into a corner, trying to maintain the situation.
I'm just standing there in the corner.
What happened here?
I would wager a guess and say an explosion.
Are you trying to be fucking smart with me?
No, I know just as much as you do. I arrived after the fact.
And I'm supposed to believe that.
Believe it or not, it's what happened.
Do you know there was a house above this?
Only when I arrived.
If there were people in that house, you two are murderers.
I assure you, I have no involvement in whatever happened here. I saw a creature in need and I rushed down to help him.
So that's the story you're going with.
Indeed.
We're still taking you in. That'll be for the judge to decide.
Right.
At this point, several more town guard have managed to get into the workshop area, and two of them have provided or produced manacles and are currently shackling the two of you.
Magical restraining manacles?
Not necessarily.
I just wanted to know. I was just thinking like they put it on where.
So,
He hasn't touched anything yet. He's just trying to wrap his hands.
well, I mean, you wrap your hands, and the dexterity saving throw is to see how well you wrap your hands.
Yeah.
So you believe you've wrapped your hands well enough.
All right. He just looks at it like, fuck.
No. You believe.
Yeah. No, he's still just saying, fuck, why do I have to do this stuff? Takes the barrel, but on the side, just like, yeah, towards the bag, it just like, opens the bag over it. Just, come on. I'm trying to fit it in.
So the bag is too small to cover the opening of the barrel.
Fuck.
If I could have gone there, I would have turned the barrel into a holding. The barrel of holding.
Yeah, I ain't no artificer, brah. No,
It's not my problem.
He makes a dagger of his shadows and just tries to pop the lid open without touching any of the stuff.
I mean, the lid is loose.
Okay, just
So currently, I mean, you're able to take the lid off. The problem is the bag of holding is too small to cover the opening, so you can't just flip over the barrel.
Yeah,
You're going to have to scoop it over.
Oh no. Can I make a shovel?
Out of?
My shadow of the blade. One or two, he scoops it up. 2 or 4, he's gonna leave it. 3 to 4, he's gonna leave it.
Beautiful meta.
Oh fuck. That's a 1. He scoops it up.
So you're piling over into the bag of holding. You empty the half barrel. Empty the second barrel. Get about halfway through the third barrel. Your vision blurs over. And you feel this uncontrollable rage surging through your body.
Oh hell.
The bag of holding is still lying there on the floor. Open.
Raging Grizz. We are fucked this raging Grizz.
Back to Will.
Well, they shackled me, right?
So they shackled you. The one looked you up and down. Is there another way out of this place?
I assure you, I do not know.
He turns to Zedek. Same question. He answers, maybe. Obviously, the sky is open, and I can see you're looking up at it, but that doesn't help me right now, seeing as you're fucking huge. We're gonna need to get you out of here some other way, because pulling you out is not gonna happen.
I can always just climb out.
And what guarantee do I have that you're not just gonna run away when you get there?
Because I'm one of the few quite large people in the city, and a lot of people will recognize me.
It's like, we lost him! Where is he? The head poking out!
Just like the crowd, you see like an entire torso above everyone else, like, oh fuck!
Oh, you find me!
He turns around like, oi! They're gonna be climbing out. Take care they don't run away when they get up there. Well, off you go.
Does he
Oh.
shackle me?
So, acrobatics check to climb out.
Maybe
With disadvantage because you're shackled.
acrobatics, eh?
Yeah.
15.
Despite being shackled, you do manage to get yourself out.
See how well Derek does. Less than a perfect amount of fingers.
Not so good.
But I assume he at least stopped bleeding due to the cure wounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Mend.
Yeah, if only.
Man doesn't work on flesh.
Yes, but unfortunately.
Thank you. That would have been
We
a
had the discussion long time ago.
big
So-
spell, all the dangerous spells.
Zedek doesn't even manage to get 5 feet up before sliding back down. So some of the city guards tie a few ropes around him and start pulling him up. He scratches along the edge of the crater as he goes up, suffering quite a bit of damage. 8 points of essentially slashing damage, because I don't know what else. And he stands up, and you can see his whole one side like covered in scrapes. He stands there looking at you. So what now?
We go to jail.
Now we follow the city guard. Unless you have a way out of this. I'm a bit too big to be running away, but also a bit too much business here.
Fuck. I really screwed up, didn't I?
I could have told you fire is bad.
You should have.
Especially seeing as worthless motherfuckers is a bundle of TNT. But I think you figured that one out.
Yeah. I got the memo.
Yeah.
At this point, some of the guards reach you and the fucking camera froze again. Ah! God damn it!
I think the phone's overheating now.
It's possible.
I think that was why I was trying to freeze last time as well.
We'll try and make another plan for that at some point. Although it hasn't wasn't an issue in the past.
No, it wasn't.
So the guards approach you, and they lead you off to the holding area, which is the military quarter, which was frequented by Sand in the past.
Your girlfriend's there, bro.
Fun times. Literally and figuratively.
He's not gonna fuck his way out of this one.
The least sexual character of everyone. Fucks his way in and out of business. Well, so far it's gotten him.
You go into a blind rage and end up rushing out the door, running around. You end up in the same room momentarily as the naked elf you were earlier.
I just picture him like a jittery kid, like.
But I'm actually going to ask you to roll initiative.
Son of a bitch.
Because you are in an area where you are attacking someone. Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
So, you're currently locked in the holding area, so I'm not going to be stressed about you too much.
Oh, you should.
No, it's just fairly late, so we'll worry about that next session.
Yeah.
So, 25 to 20.
I'm just gonna give you the fucking number. It's gonna be much faster.
True. Okay. So, there is currently a naked elf, male, well, two naked elves, male and female, standing in front of you. You do get a surprise round because they were not expecting you to come back, actually. You are currently suffering from a blind rage. You are attacking everything you see very aggressive.
Well, so I'm in. Cast freaking Armor of Agathis and pull out the flaming sword.
What fun! Okay. Just find
And literally go.
them.
Literally rush towards them as close as possible.
Okay, so it's a small room. Small room. Okay, so at points, just get to that. Probably place some managers on the table. I'm just going to use the two of them stand-ins, just place them in one corner away from one of the openings. Any one of the openings doesn't really make much of a difference. And then put yourself in the opening that was away from them.
This one.
Yeah. Okay, so that is currently pretty much where you guys are situated. So, you're charging at them with your flaming sword.
Yeah.
You should be able to reach them, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but I guess the spell though.
Fair enough.
We're gonna be able to attack.
So they at this point don't do anything specifically to try and attack you as such. The one's going to attempt to cast sleep on you.
Oh hell.
Do you blame them?
Yeah. Not really. Good spell to use, but not against me.
For me, incidentally.
You see,
Imagine having limited magical ability where you are only able to learn like one or two spells, and one of them you choose fucking sleep.
It's a good spell. Just not against half elves or
You know it's a better spell than sleep. Prestidigitation. If we do common folk. Maybe sort of firebolt.
I can't learn fireball.
so that is
But I could help.
25 points, which is significantly lower than your AC. So nothing happens.
It doesn't happen because magic can't put me to sleep.
I went. Let me let's apply. Why am I the only one doing push-ups tonight?
Because I've rolled like total of 5 times.
Hey, I tried, okay? So that is their turn. What are you doing?
Seeing as I'm in a blinding rage, I can. Well, let's say that one, the
Okay.
lady. She's who attacks with the sword.
Roll attack.
I can't get bitches, no. So
No.
3 gain low body, 3 gain
Getting
low
hot in your
body.
eye.
Fuck are you, elf boy?
First one is I think that's a hit. That's 24.
Are you just going to assume that you hit?
I said I assume that it may
Don't assume.
I didn't say it hits.
But it does.
The second one is a 12.
12 hits.
Oh, so
These are common folk, my
I
god.
forgot, yeah.
These aren't geared
I
war
should
beasts.
specify that he is not holding his shield, so he's
Two-handed, so it's 1d10.
yeah. Plus 4. 10. first attack. That's 13 plus 2d6. Six. Plus 3. That's a total.
Overkill.
I'm sorry.
So you completely slash through the first of the two. Well, you don't notice it, but the wounds immediately cauterize as you cut through her, leaving only the guy standing. So your second attack also did hit her.
Do I get cleave?
No. So he is looking at you in shock and attempts to cast Firebolt at you.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage.
I'm at close range.
So 3 or 4.
Even with
Even-
some shield.
He is very much traumatized about you killing what is presumably his wife.
Presumably. I'm in a blinding rage.
Your turn.
The first kill doesn't anyway sate the rage a bit.
You have no idea what's going on.
The cranium. Oh, it's meta. See that.
Strike at the second. The guy. $26. 27.
Rolling fucking damage.
Does he even have to?
It's a D10 plus 2d6 plus.
Plus, let me just make sure. I think it's a 3. No, it's a 4. Plus 4.
4, so 7 to base damage minimum. So yes, he actually does. Because if he rolls all ones, then it's still standing. The guy's still standing.
No.
4, that's 8.
It's the one
26.
5 chance that it's all one.
Hey, people like rolling dice.
So, 10.
Like,
The first one is 15 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said.
I'm not the only one doing push-ups tonight.
So, second one's 11 damage.
He's dead. 1, 2.
One on the 10.
Okay, so you kill them and still move around, destroying whatever you see in sight.
Demolition expert, I say.
And after a few minutes, you calm down. You look around you and you find yourself in the room that you initially entered. But the room is completely and totally destroyed. Among the rubble, you see the torso of the female elf sticking out. At this point, she's not moving, but from the carnage you caused, you're also not aware of the fact that you killed her earlier. She's just lying there bare-chested among the rubble.
Just looks around. So, would some of the surrounding be on fire? Because of the... Riddler. Did I drop one of the necroniums? Fuck. Looks... Where's the bag? Goes out. Goes...
So you're just gonna leave a naked woman lying among the rubble?
I would fucking hope so.
What's he supposed to do? Take off his armor? Oh, sorry, man.
No, I'm asking you. It's your character. It's your choice.
Look. Pokes? Anything?
Just move on.
It's necronium, not necrophilia.
No, pokes with the sword. The fucking sword poke didn't hurt in the flaming part. She dead already. Goes up, looks for the bag.
Find it next to the barrel. Mostly full, still half a barrel left of necronium left to go.
Well, seeing as that room has already been destroyed, I think I'm just going to take this and go.
And Grizz is like, what?
Are you piling the rest of the necronium that's still left in the barrel also into the bag of holding?
How heavy is the barrel?
Roll a strength check. Let's see if you can carry it.
No, he doesn't want to carry it. He wants to see now that it's half full. He can just
Roll a strength
fall
check.
into the bag. Oh, thank you. That is a 16.
Okay. You manage to tip the barrel over and pour all of the
Remaining.
remaining necronium into the bag itself.
Okay, so there's no more in the barrel. He just
Not in the barrel, no.
he puts the barrel that way, throws it the fuck is it, and gets the fuck out.
So where are you heading?
Well, hopefully out. He looks outside, see
So-
if there's any guards or anything.
The passageway, you can either go back to where the opening is, the sun is shining through, and the passage underground. If you look to your left, you see a set of stairs leading up to another door.
Let's take stairs.
Okay?
Goes. Door opens. Locked again.
Door is open and opens into the back of a very dark and musky shop. You don't see anyone there. They appear to sell a odd collection of items. Items you'll probably be interested in if you had the time to browse.
He just. Is anyone here still alive?
No answer.
Well, that's fucking helpful. Goes, he just looks around everything. Just like an active perception check, whatever is around it.
Roll one.
Thank you, fucking dice. This dice hates me tonight. It's a 9.
Nothing particularly piques your interest currently. You're aware that you might want to come back in the future when things have settled down. But you're also assuming that it's probably a good idea to get out of here.
Yeah, I figured. Goes towards wherever the exit is.
The street is fairly busy, so no one notices you slip outside as you mingle in with the rest of the rabble.
Is people still standing around the hole that was made? And
Well, I mean, there's some of the buildings are still on fire, people shouting everywhere, screaming. It's chaos. People don't notice.
you know,
A
he just asks.
somewhat tiefling with half of his face.
He just
Single.
politely asks someone, did someone come out of the hole?
Well, yes, they dragged a big guy in and tiefling. Shit, man, what the fuck happened to your face?
The explosion.
Are you okay? Oh, fuck, should we get you some medical? Hey, we need a medic. We need a medic.
And he just slips by again.
Roll a style check for me.
Okay.
Are you enjoying this?
What's the size of a big necronium rock? Roughly. about the size of a fist?
No, slightly larger than fist.
It's a thing.
Nope, you don't slip away. It's like, hey, where you going? We need you to get you to a medic. You're not looking too great, man.
He pulls out his scroll of invisibility and reads it. Turning invisible.
You are non-visible. It's like, what the guy you can see is clearly confused. Like, what the fuck happened here?
And he just now goes back to the guild.
And that, I think, is a good place to stop. So, thank you all for joining us. Session started very slow with a place that sends you mad.
Yep.
It very nearly sent me mad.
Like, fuck my assistant.
Yeah, that was a good call. That kind of saved me a lot. So, yeah. Join us in 2 weeks' time to see how screwed Woe is and what's going to happen to the Solemn and the Necronium that has been stored in Zedek's workshop. How all of this pans out. Well, it could be very, very entertaining. So, thank you all for joining us. We are live again next week with Coach Strahd, and so the Adomawyr will be returning in 2 weeks' time. So don't miss that, as I'm expecting it to be very, very interesting.
Yeah. Hopefully the others will make it.
Yeah, I think Mike should be fine out of the hospital by then, and unless Megan has some studying work that she needs to attend to, she should be here as well.
Because this seems like another part of the... Grizz is gonna go save Will again! All by himself! Oh, that happened before.